Hi, my name is Devina. Welcome to my channel. I have a tarot message today for somebody. I'm not sure who yet. Let's find out who in the zodiac sign wants their reading today. Now, I decided to try something different. I decided to pull the cards first and then pull who it's for next. So let's see how this goes. Who is this reading for? Who is this particular reading for? All right, so more than one fell out. So let me try that one more time. Who is this reading for? One card, please. 111. All right, I'm just gonna pick one. Ooh, this one is for Gemini. Gemini. Hello. The Lover's card in the deck, Gemini. Okay, so I want you to know that these are general. So if it sounds like you from the start, stay with me. This particular reading is meant to be when you find it, not time, date specific. It's also going to cover some the difficulties. We're going to find out what the difficulty is, what might be holding you back, your hopes, fears, some subconscious things, and the direction you need to go in, and your possible outcome. Possible means that it depends upon you, of course. All right, so this is a really interesting reading so far. Now, I just want to off the bat tell you that I'm having issues with my editing software, so I'm having to do videos that I don't have to edit. So I'm hoping and praying that that a helicopter doesn't fly over. I've been getting helicopters, loud, noisy helicopters, and it's so disturbing. So if that happens, I'm not sure what I'll do if my editing software isn't working, but just to give you a heads up, this is where I'm at with it. All right, Gemini. All right, so I have somebody coming in with the Page of Swords and wedding. You might have recently attended a wedding. If not, then perhaps you're really looking at some documents or something. You're looking and studying. You see his eye. He's got this eye where he's really like analyzing something, really in his head, thinking about. Maybe you're thinking about a partnership or possibly entertaining a commitment that would maybe even end up in wedding, marriage, something like that. Because these are the two cards that come out. This is your present moment. Maybe you're thinking about that. What would that look like for you? And if not, you might just be going over contracts. There's something that you need to sign, perhaps commitments, agreements with another. Now, you're passing out of your life. This kind of looks, in a way, it looks kind of sad. This is 5 of Cups in love. So what's just now coming out is that a relationship, perhaps, with bickering and fighting, a love relationship. Somebody is tied to another person. Now, it may even be you recently got into a relationship with someone and you guys started fighting. The honeymoon is over kind of thing. Because we have the Cupid's arrow and we have this couple where the lady is, yelling at her spouse or her partner. And if you're not in a marriage thing, you could still have partners. You don't have to be married. But anyway, somebody's fighting and yelling and blaming, and this other person here is just like not having it. They're not going to listen. They're not listening. And I'm sorry, my chair, it creaks. All right, so immediate future was a little disturbing to me because it didn't give me the cards that I would want to see coming in immediately. So we're just going to go with it. Okay, so if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't. But for some of you, there may be something that you did to yourself, maybe just being a little careless. You see this performer, he's doing a performance and the string or the rope is frayed. And this is a serious, look at that. It's in his throat, for heaven's sake. I don't know, someone might have a blockage in your vocal cords. Your throat might be injured. There might be some kind of, let's look at this, some kind of sickness and you're coming in. Somebody was a little careless and they're having to do some healing on themselves. May involve throat, it may involve surgery, just healing in bed after surgery, you know, taking how that applies. If it applies, you may have someone in your life close to you that's undergone surgery. But this one is really, you know, the Seven of Swords in this deck is all about being careless and not being cautious. But then we have the Sword of Truth. So I just thought that was really interesting that two swords showed up. Now the Sword of Truth would be where the truth can hurt. It can hurt. It can cut. If it's not at a good timing, it can, sometimes it just isn't received well, or it can heal like in a surgery. So in your immediate future, you may be having to undergo some sort of healing work, and it may even involve sharp instruments for some of you, not all of you. Now, the way that I see this, how other people are seeing you, like this is interesting. How other people are seeing you in your life right now is somebody who's taking their time. Maybe you're resisting something, you're taking your time, you're not sure where you want to go with it. But temperance is usually alchemy and balance. So maybe you're just balancing out right now. You feel like you're balancing out. But other people see you as a happy, joyful person. You know, a happy, joyful person that maybe you have it under control, or it appears like you do. Now, how you see yourself is different. It's, you see yourself as somebody who's dedicated and working on something, maybe collaborating. You got a group there, those Three of Pentacles. And they're, you know, master artisans working at their craft. But then you have this Child card with Tendra, the fiery, tenacious, impetuous one. So this is how you would see yourself. I think you see yourself as someone who's very passionate. Maybe you're obsessive, you know, you're obsessive to, obsessed with a goal or an idea or a vision. And you see that within yourself. Or there may be some childish, you know, behaviors that you still engage in. But this is, it's funny. I was like, you know, I decided to pull 3 cards on this. And I didn't pull 3 cards everywhere. But Tendra, the obsessive one, or, you know, those kind of tendencies. It also reminds me of the, and you got the Death card, Scorpio. Scorpios, I know you have Gemini, but you might have a Scorpio placement as well. But that characteristic of possessiveness, sometimes secretive, mysterious. But I definitely see this as good. You are working on something and you see yourself as an easygoing, maybe easygoing, I don't know. Maybe you're not easygoing, but you're able to work with others in a team environment. Now, the heart of the matter was interesting because it feels to me like with, you got the Death card, the Scorpio card reversed, the Death card reversed with 7 of Pentacles, working on something steadily, maybe not even seeing the results of it anytime soon with butterfly wings. So I feel like the heart of the matter is this transformation. So what I really feel like though with this thing is there is a transformation occurring. And it feels like the issue, the difficulty is releasing something from the past. Like maybe you're not embracing the changes with the Death card in reverse. Maybe you're resisting the changes. And in that case, you need to release it and just be open to the new growth, the transformation. You might be working on something you don't want to tell anybody about it right now because it isn't time. You haven't made it through yet. It looks to me like there's some blood, sweat, and tears going into something that you're really focusing on, and it's a very difficult thing for you right now. And it may be as a result of this healing energy that needs to occur, Gemini. But the Death card in reverse, let's see here. Maybe you're going through a massive personal transformation. But this resistance, maybe that's something you need to look at. There's the resistance. So let's keep going. I don't want to get stuck on one thing. Now, hopes and fears. Is that where we are? How you see yourself, difficulties, hopes and fears. Okay, this is interesting. We got haughtiness, peacock with wheel of fortune. Ooh, how do we want to read that one? Haughtiness and wheel of fortune. Let's see. This is a hope and a fear. I'm gonna pull another card. I kind of want to know. Okay, so the wheel of fortune, maybe, you know, something happened that wasn't fortunate, and it's been really scary. Now, as far as haughtiness, how would that apply? Let's think about this for a minute. Okay, we got too many cards here. All right, let me start over. Actually, I think your card is this one, the restriction. This was the first one in the pile that fell out, so we'll take that one. All right, so I feel like your hopes and fears is you're hoping for the wheel to turn in your favor, obviously, for things to work out, for the project to work out. It seems like there's maybe a delay. There's something happening where you're not seeing the results right away. You have to keep going though, and this is the part where it's hard because you don't know if you can make it to the finish line. Now, as far as the haughtiness card, I feel like this is somebody who has spent alone time. They put this wall up around them. Maybe they don't feel like they, you know, can relate to most people, so they have to wall themselves in. This is a beautiful peacock inside this walled garden, but it's awfully lonely in there by yourself. And it may be as a result of restrictions. So you're fearing these, maybe it has something to do with mandates. You know, there's some crazy mandates going on that doesn't make any sense for most of us. It doesn't seem to make sense why we have to do certain things. And you're afraid that this restriction is going to hinder what it is you're working on or your progress, or, you know, you're concerned that this restriction is going to harm you in some way in your life. Having to be going at it alone is what it looks like. It's scary. That's the hopes and fears. Now, hopes or fears. So I just mostly see fears, but let's see what else. Okay, so your subconscious mind is, you're thinking about a home. You're thinking about your security. Where's my home? Your home. You might be thinking about moving. This is a home. It's the house card with the King of Pentacles, who's solid, grounded, abundant, wealthy, someone who takes care of others, very responsible, King energy, a father, and intention. So subconsciously, your intention is to continue to be secure or find your security and find your home. Where is your home? Have you decided that you have to move? Is there something going on with your work where you have to move? I see someone wishing upon a star, and they're looking at the whole world, like where is my home in this planet, you know, longing for that stability. The King energy, the fatherly, masculine, dominant energy is in the King of Pentacles, but he's solid and he's grounded and abundant. So unconsciously, these are things that are things that are fueling you forward. Let's see, is there anything else? Okay, so yeah, I feel like somebody's really stable and solid, Gemini, but there's an issue with the home. Or if you're not feeling stable, grounded, and solid, that this King energy is what you're going to need to get into, which would be an earthly, you know, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, in order to solidify this home, being dedicated, setting your intention. Now, the direction you need to take, you got the Service card with the Six of Cups. And in this particular Six of Cups, this is where behind the scenes, they are creating something like a puppet show. They're using their creative force, you know, we saw you working on something, Gemini. The creative force, maybe you're thinking about making something new as far as a product, offering a service. There's something you can do that's, you can have service to others. Not, as you know, it's about reciprocity. I can never say that word. Reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? It's about like giving and taking. You're not just all taking and you're not the one doing all the giving. It's an even balanced thing because we've got the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is generally nostalgia. It's a good, happy feeling. So direction you need to move towards is that's going to give you this happy feeling here. This, you know, they're watching a puppet show. It's really enjoyable. Something to do with your service. What is it that you bring to the table? Think about that for a minute. What is that? Okay, so I'm going to ask a question from the Empowering Questions deck. What else do we need to know about the direction? Like, let's think of okay, so this is a question we ask ourselves. All right. Okay, so Gemini, how would I want people to remember me when I'm no longer here? Have you ever thought about that? How do you want people to remember you when you're gone? Not that you're going to be gone anytime soon, but like, you know, how would you want to be remembered? I think that is pretty much the direction you need to go in. How do you want people to think of you? I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's a good motivation to do anything, to be honest. What other people think, we can't control that. But I guess the big picture is remembered by. What do you want to leave behind? What legacy do you want to leave behind for your children? Or, you know, what do you want people to say about you when you're gone? How do you make them feel? That kind of stuff. All right, so the possible outcome I thought was quite interesting, actually. First card out was Eight of Cups. This is walking away, right? This is walking away. And then I have walking away from what? There is pleasure seekers. So somebody might be leaving behind maybe a lifestyle where they drink a lot or more than they should, or there's a party and they're always at partying a little bit too much. Perhaps for some, not all of you are going to resonate with that. But walking away from something that is not fulfilling, obviously, that's Eight of Cups in the deck, but maybe you're having to leave some friends behind. Maybe these friends are no longer resonating with you. Maybe you've changed. There's an acceptance here. This acceptance, I think that you will decide to stop resisting whatever changes and transformation is trying to occur in your life, because this is the outcome is acceptance. The acceptance of a truth, perhaps something that you weren't able to see or face in the past. It just wasn't, you couldn't see, but now you understand. And then you got consolation, not consolidating, consolation, which is a gift coming in the near future. You have a gift coming in and it's from the universe. It's like, okay, you know what? You passed your test and your trials and you made it through this tribulation. You didn't know how you were going to do it. It looks like it's pretty rough with this malady card and the sword of truth and this other sword that's piercing someone's throat. But it looks like you made it through that, perhaps by tempering and finding your joy, and you left a relationship that wasn't probably not good, or the arguing or something with this love relationship. You've had enough with that. It's like, you know what? I want peace in my life. This isn't worth it. Whatever the exchange is in that relationship in your recent past, it's not worth it. And I feel like you're learning to balance your life. You're learning that. It may not be easy. No, it's not always easy to do. Now, do we want to look at any other cards in this thing? Do we need any more? Okay, so I'm going to pull one more card. This is just an ending message, just to give you, these cards are encouraging from this mermaid deck. All right, what do we have here? All right, Gemini, it says, let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. That might be a challenge for some of you. And it's time to seek tranquility. Tranquility, give and receive. Let yourself receive, excuse me. Tranquility, make time to relax and be still and enjoy your solitude. Indulge yourself in self-care. So that's going to help you in the meantime, especially if in the near future someone comes down with an illness or has to undergo surgery, or there's some kind of malady, depression, something that needs to be addressed. What you do is you love yourself more and you take better care of yourself. It's really important, Gemini. If you enjoyed or resonated this reading, if this reading resonated with you, excuse me, please like, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again, have a blessed rest of your day.